Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant. Really quickly, I want to start with a story that's going to tie into another story, and it's going to tell you what the whole problem with our country really is. Listen to this. This is the headline. Government still leads as nation's top problem. Government and political leadership remained Americans' top concern in February. When asked to identify the most important problem facing this country today, immigration emerged as a clear second choice, followed by the economy and inflation. Government and political leadership was the lead. In a February 2nd to 16 Gallup poll, 29% of U.S. adults in February cited some aspect of government or politics as the country's most important problem. It was 32% in January, 26% in December. Immigration was mentioned 20%, and close to the 19% in December. Economic concerns followed. 11% mentioning the economy in general, 8% citing inflation and high prices. Mentions of the economy had risen to 17% in December from 12% in November. Government or political leadership, the number one concern, the most important problem facing this country today. That's us. The government is us. Like you all do realize that when this article, the headline says, government still leads the nation's top problem. Government poor leadership remains the top problem at 29%. This is according to a Gallup poll from February 2nd to February 16th. That's us. We are the government. We're responsible. The government's like some business that hires us. We hire them. So when they say the government, when 29% of people say government political leadership is the number one problem, that's us. That's us. We're the problem. Because we keep going down the same road. And we keep electing the same people. And I keep talking about this problem all the time. Your side does something, and you say, yay. The other side does the exact same thing 2 or 3 years later, and you say, boo. The other side does something, their side says, yay. When their opposite side does something, 2 or 3 years later, they say, boo. See, that's how, and as long as the government has us trained like sheep to do that, they don't ever have to do anything right. Anything. Trump told us that when he ran. So we're the problem. Let me tell you how this manifests itself. It manifests itself in many different ways. Poor policies, decisions that are made that have unintended consequences that people will tell you will happen if you do certain things, and they do it anyway. All of these things, it's not one side or the other. It's both sides. It's government, poor leadership. But it's our fault. Well, let me give you, here's how, it's one way, small way, how it manifests itself. Nancy Mace, out of South Carolina, forced the vote to release, forced a vote to release all congressional sexual misconduct and harassment reports. Listen to this. Nancy Mace and a couple other people, they forced a vote to release all congressional sexual misconduct and harassment reports. That's what they did. And guess what happened? 357 to 65. The House voted to refer the resolution to committee. That's us. Overwhelmingly, they say, we don't want to. Listen to what this story is telling you. That the people that you talk about on social media like they're gods and goddesses. My side can't be wrong. My side is always right. Those people just effectively killed an effort to release all congressional sexual misconduct and harassment reports of their own people. They can vote for a raise, but they can't vote for term limits, and they won't vote to release information to you who hired them. You take from that what you want. But until I'm saying this, as harshly and it's hard, it's very harshly and as seriously as I possibly can. Until we are comfortable calling out our side when we disagree. And it doesn't mean everyone's going to agree with the disagreement. But until some of us are willing to say, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Yes, that's right. Whatever it is. Until we're willing to do that with our own side and not constantly yelling at the other side while the other side yells at us. Until those on a side, whether if you're on the right, you can call out the right. If you're on the left, you can call out the left. Until we as voters are willing to do that, we will never, ever, ever have a country that's run to our benefit. Ever. Shelley Winter Show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Know this in your hearts, my friends. God loves you. Peace.